Hi guys, it's my Toro GTS lawnmower, circa 2005, 6. I don't use this that much anymore, as I do have a riding lawnmower. I have used this a lot in the past, and mechanically I don't think I've ever had any issues. And I have literally neglected the hell out of this thing. I do know there's a problem with the handle here. I think it bent out of shape or something like that. Another thing is this handle only goes midway up my thigh. I just don't know if that is even right. It feels like that's way too short. I think we got a model number right underneath here. Let's see what we're dealing with. I cannot read that, so okay, so what we're going to do here is full tune-up. We're going to figure out what's wrong with it. We're going to fix it. We're going to give it some TLC. We're going to clean it. I'm going to reevaluate this handle. And I don't use this much anymore, but for these little nooks and crannies that the tractor can't get into, this still works. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do here is clean this off. All right, first we're going to take off the muffler. Should just pull off. Okay, so there's a fuel line right, gas tank right here. We're going to pinch this off right in the middle here. I think we're good. There's very little fuel in there regardless. This air filter's got to come off. Twist it. I mean, all right, because this is kind of tucked up in here and I really can't get back there that easy, I'm going to take these two here out. Then this should just pull back. And give us better access. Alright, so this is really only held on by two hoses. The fuel one on the bottom, we got air up top. And then our linkages, which this one just popped out. So dirty up there, I can't even see where it goes. Alright, so we got our carburetor off. Let's look at these just to make sure we make it in the right hole for the linkage. I'm still going to get this off. You can also see that there's a gasket that ripped off here. This thing looks filthy on the outside. Absolutely filthy. This thing needs a good cleaning. I might throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner also. Let's break this down a little more. All right, so this thing is broke down now. It's filthy. I don't really know what's going on up here. Inside is not horrible. I don't know what's going on the edges there. That's obviously not good. Inside the carb, I mean, this thing is filthy. You can see crap inside there. Additionally, this guy we want to make sure to get clean. So I'm going to put everything inside the ultrasonic cleaner except, man, these gaskets are in bad shape. I'll probably clean those with some water, just softly. All right, I ran upstairs, took a shower, came back. We're at 44 degrees Celsius. I have it set to 50. This could probably go in right away. The basket's already loaded. You can see what's going in there. This is ultimately what's not going in there. We're going to do 10 minutes. Alright, so I gave this a few cycles. I would take it off and do a little bit of scraping on the gook with the screwdriver, small screwdriver. And this guy here is really clean right now. My biggest concern is this is all clean, but it just maybe looks like it's a little corroded around the outside of the bowl. This gasket here is also a problem. It looks worn out. We might have to do something about that. We're going to put this all together and see if it seems to work. While we had all the carburetor pieces in the ultrasonic cleaner, I took that time to clean this up. It was filthy around here. Filthy. Then we had to take off the remnants of that gasket there. And just generally get this area ready to work in. Alright, so let's drain this oil. The only way I know how, we'll take out the dipstick. We'll tipple her over. Alright, let's let this drain for a while. Okay, let's get some oil back in this thing. I'm not exactly sure how much it's going to take, but I'm going to try a half quart. I think we'll see where we're at. There might be 2/3 in here. It seems about right. So I installed the carburetor, and it unsurprisingly had a leak out of the bowl. I went and priced the O-ring in the bowl. You can see the bowl was kind of corroded, and it just wasn't going to seal good. And the gasket was also really worn. And I think the price of that was $7-8 for the two. At the same time, I found for $13 that you could just get but it definitely needed the air filter. Brand new carb and a spark plug, what I didn't need, but literally $13. This gasket here too. It's really hard to argue with that. So let's mount up the new carburetor and see if we get a different result. You see, we got the new carburetor on here. You see this red around here. That's that gasket maker. Hoping that holds. This is all brand new. We got the air hooked up. We got the fuel hooked back up.
We got the linkage hooked back up, spring on the bottom, linkage on top. Seems all right to me. Make sure this is tight. This needs to cure for 24 hours. So we're not going to actually be able to test this. But what we are able to do is, let's get this muffler back on. Just pushing those through first so we got something to connect to. And this one's in. Muffler's on. Next, our new air filter. There we go. Air filter is on. Lastly, this is like, I think this is a new spark plug to be honest, but he gave us one, so put it in. Brand new. I think it's going to work. I think this thing is going to start. The only concern I have right now is this gasket right here. It's been 24 hours since we put on the carb, and it's time to see if this thing starts. It says 3 pushes. Sounded all right to me. See if we see any leaks down here. New carb is always a. I don't feel any gas leaking. I don't see any drips. This is not hot at all. At this point, I'm not even sure what's going on with this handle with the duct tape on it. I'm going to take that duct tape off and see if it's there for a reason. See if I can improve whatever the problem is here. Looks like one of these might be missing. That's the zip tie. There's some sort of bracket behind here. I don't know what that is. This is what we're looking at after taking off the duct tape from the handlebars. The reason the duct tape was on was this bracket was underneath. It's long enough to reach there and there, and when it's firm, it braces those handlebars because for whatever reason, this handlebar is real floppy. The only thing that handlebar has that's bracing it is this here, and I remember this bent. So this isn't straight.
I wonder if that has something to do with the floppiness.
Same here. It doesn't go over the top of this bar here, which seems fine. You can see I'm even missing this from this side. This might be more strong though. It's only those two connections though. That seems
Like it's not enough. So I understand the reason that the brace was on there. Let me think about this for a little bit. In an effort to fix my handle on my lawnmower, I remember I had the zip ties, or one zip tie on one side for the handle where the bolt was missing. This says it fits most lawnmowers, so okay, we'll see if that's correct. I'm gonna try these where the handle goes and where it's kind of slacky. I'm thinking we might be able to just use these and tighten these up tight, and that'll brace it. Won't need that bracket behind it. So let's see if this works.
all right. We got one side done. We got the other side done. Actually changed out both of these. Then I added these hose clamps here. You can see that it's much better. What I still might do is get a hose clamp here for the bottom. I feel like that can add some added support. Obviously, and one on this side too.
But this guy's running. This handle is far superior than it was. I'm not going to extend this video to show an extra set of hand clamps on the bottom or hose clamps on the bottom. It just, I think you get the picture. I think it is sufficient the way it is. I think that it just might degrade over time. So that second set of hose clamps will prevent that. That's it.